So I am doing an extra bonus this week. Welcome to Tarot Thursday. So the reason for this, we have this beautiful waxing moon in Cancer, which is strongly linked to self-worth, and that links to prosperity and finances. And if you haven't heard, on Saturday, we are doing some money monologuing with Amber Duggar. Now, this woman is phenomenal at her gift. She has a tendency to be, and a gift really, to be able to channel information within her live coaching. So every month I do a member spotlight in Embody One. Amber is the member spotlight this month, but we are doing it live versus recorded because she is so genius at being live, and I am sharing it with everyone. It's a really, really wonderful opportunity to look at your money and what's going on financially, which also will tell us a lot of what's happening in the root. So I wanted to provide an opportunity as the moon in Cancer today to call forward maybe a money intention, something around money that you want to shift, and choose 1, 2, or 3. Now, if you're choosing position number 1, the card you get is the Four of Earth. This card has such there's an association with the Four of Earth of money going up and down and in and out. And I would say if you're choosing this position, it's really important to look at the law of abundance, to consider the law of abundance, to know that it's not always easy to make good business decisions, but it's necessary. But also don't shame yourself if you don't make good business decisions, because sometimes we might not have that backing or knowing. But my one advice around the Four of Earth, my one piece of advice is everything will always ebb and flow, everything. So when money goes out, eventually more will come in. And it's within the ebb that we actually want to flow and trust the flow even more. The other thing about this one is there's a really fine balance between being too frivolous and too cautious with money. And I would say that that is something that you could perhaps consider. So if you're choosing position number 1, do a little research on the law of abundance and definitely join us Saturday. 11 a.m. Central, and it'll be recorded. If you're choosing position number 2 for Tarot Thursday, you get the 9 of Air. So if you're choosing this position, I would say that there is probably some worry around it. And, our mind holds so much energy. Intuition-wise, I've been saying this a lot lately. Information lands on our heart, then it goes to the mind, and then to the body. So we know here we can feel that we are always supported and okay, hopefully. But then once it gets to the mind, we start worrying about, do we have money? Am I going to lose money? What do I do with money? Is more money going to come in? And if you're choosing position 2, I do think that Saturday would be a really good fit for you, because this tells me that there's some mental chatter going on that you can easily course correct, actually. And if there's anybody that's going to help you and inspire you to do it, it is Amber. She is awesome at what she does. So with this one, I would say, really look at and be honest with yourself where you're expecting the worst. And are you willing to change the story around money? You know what? It starts when we're really, really young, even maybe preconception until the time that we're 5 years old. A lot of emphasis goes on to we're even 6 months old as the root chakra activates. And it's impossible and kind of surreal to think that what's happening at that age could affect us, but it does. And it does affect the mind. So tune in there and be honest with yourself. Are you willing to change the conversation? And then finally, if you're choosing position number 3 for this extra little Tarot Thursday, I'm going to go from the top of the deck. The Lover's card. So if you're choosing position 3, I would say that you are ready to fully embrace this conversation with money. I would invite you, however, because the Lover's card can be connected to the body, it's connected to health. So I would, but this position feels the best out of all of them, really, truly. If you are choosing this position, I'm going to ask you, how does root chakra imbalance show up? Is it your legs, your hips, something happening in the lower half of your body, knees, feet, anything like that? Because root chakra symptoms and misalignments can really show up. The other thing is with this position, sometimes there can be a pause. Are you trusting the pause? Are you only seeing money with one lens, right? So, but I like this position. I hope, because I always forget what I choose, I hope I choose three. I always forget what they are. So no matter what, I'm inviting you to join us Saturday, 11 a.m. Central Time with Amber. She is awesome. You can read a little bit about what's going to be happening here beneath this video or above, wherever you're watching it. And I'm sending you so many good money vibe wishes. And maybe I'll see you Saturday. Maybe I'll see you Saturday. Ciao. Happy Thursday.